Hello, beautiful soul tribe, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome if this is your first time joining me. I am certified life coach Talia Sage, here to combine my natural gifts of intuition with the science of life coaching to bring you guidance and tools that you can use to create your best life possible. Today's video is all about the month of May, what you can expect in May. We'll hopefully get some insight into the energies that you may come into contact with, maybe get a heads up on some scenarios that you might need a heads up about, advice on how to work with these energies to create your best life possible. We'll pull some cards to get insight into your love, life, and relationships, career and finances, and then also your health, your emotional health, and spiritual growth and development. Before I get into the messages, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It lets YouTube know that you like what you see and that you want to see more of it, and it helps me to accomplish my mission, which is to reach and help as many people as possible live their best lives. It is our God-given birthright to live abundant, happy, love-filled existences on this planet. And my sole purpose is to be like that bridge. Be the bridge between the channel, the spiritual realm, and this physical realm, bringing you the guidance and tools that you need in order to create your best life. Thank you to all of you who take the time to watch my full videos, like my videos, subscribe to the channel, leave comments, donate to the channel. It helps me so much in accomplishing that mission, and I love you all so much for that. But let's get into your reading, all right? As you can see, we're going to have 3 group options today. Group 1, 2, and 3. Group 1, you have this apophyllite crystal card. Group 2, you have the hematite crystal. And group 3, you have fluorite. As usual, use your discernment, your intuition to decide which group or multiple groups are calling out to you. If you're drawn to more than one, that's okay. You can also be drawn to all 3. If you are, it just means that you have messages sprinkled throughout multiple different groups. This is a general reading, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest for someone else. If there is an example that I use that does not fit with your life, apply that same energy and just make it work for your life, because the energy is still the same. If you would like a more personalized reading where everything will be geared towards you, you can find information about that at my website that is listed in the description box below. If you need more time to decide on which group or groups are calling out to you, pause the video here. Otherwise, when you are ready, you can find your timestamps listed in the description box. You can click on your timestamp and then you'll be fast forwarded to your messages. I'll see you there. Hello, group 1. If you chose this apophyllite crystal card, this will be your messages about the month of May, what you need to know, what you may come into contact with. So right away, I'm not sure what the properties of apophyllite are, but the vibe that I get off of this crystal, first off, that green energy tells me that this month of May is going to have a lot to do with your heart space, and this little crevice in here, hole, I don't know, it's making me feel like there's something hidden in your heart, buried down deep, that wants to make itself known over this month of May. Like something is going to be coming up to the surface, and it's going to be different for all of you and apply to different areas of your life. But just know that something, some sort of desire, truth, something along that nature is going to be revealed to you in this month of May. But let's see what your crystal card has to say. It says, who needs it? Anyone looking for that ray of light from on high to hit them with something good. When to use it. When the spiritual life feels like a moving target. When you feel skeptical about your true purpose on earth. When you feel like your yeah, but thoughts are dishonoring the innermost you. Beam yourself up, way up. I feel like you're going to be coming into a deeper understanding about yourself, whether that's what is most authentic to you, what will lead you to the most happiness, what you desire within this life, something. And I feel like it's going to almost be like that ray of sunshine, because in some way you have felt lost, you felt purposeless, felt like something was missing. And that is what is going to be brought to your awareness this month. And it's going to bring in a lot of, I feel, happiness and hope for you, for your future. But I've already pulled your oracle cards. We'll get a peek at this, and then we'll pull some more cards for your love and relationships, career and finances, and your health in terms of your spiritual growth and development and emotional growth and development. But let's see, your first card says Ladybug. Notice the little things. Next you have the Law of Harmony. Dissolve all discordance and chaos. Next you have Humor with the Heart Chakra, more green energy. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. And then you have Expect Powerful Change, New Moon Eclipse. Very interesting. The month of April, we had an eclipse. Maybe there might be multiple eclipses. Not sure. But there's definitely one eclipse in the month of April. And, ooh, I just heard that song, Total Eclipse of the Heart. Very interesting. Something was being overshadowed. Some sort of truth, some sort of revelation was being overshadowed in your life. And I feel like in this month of May, once again, it's about to come to your awareness of what that was. But let's peek at these cards here. So, beam yourself up, way up. Notice the little things. This month of May is calling for you to, I feel like, hit the pause button. You may have found yourself spinning your wheels, so to speak, taking on many projects, keeping busy, doing lots of things that don't really seem to be getting you where you want to go. And this month is coming in with the energy to help you to see the lighter side, to not take yourself so seriously, not take life so seriously, and enjoy the process. I know that is so cliche, and it's way easier said than done. But it's like you're finally going to get a moment to slow down and really look at life. Look at what is going on around you, what you want to happen, what you are enjoying, what you're not enjoying. I feel like the universe is going to be sending you lots of signs over this month of May. Just little things, little signs. Ladybugs might even be a big sign in your life over this month of May. If you see ladybugs, really take a pause and take some deep breaths, reconnect back to yourself. I feel like there could be this energy of like anxiety, of your head just spinning, you going a mile a minute. Like I feel like I just want to talk so fast right now. Take some deep breaths, group one. I don't know, there could just be so much that you want to do and you may feel like there's not enough time. This month, the universe is really going to be sending you signs to slow down. I feel like to stop and smell the roses, to stop and enjoy that cup of coffee, to just really take everything in. Ladybugs, for me, are also a sign of good luck. And I feel like if you see them over this month of May, that is the universe's way of telling you everything is okay. Like, you are being protected, you are safe, you are protected along this path. Whatever chaos may be going on around you, don't let that take away your sunshine. Don't let that take away your light. Back to this, beam yourself up, way up. And that goes back to this, the lighter side of life, not taking things so seriously. We all have things going on in our lives that are not perfect, that stress us out, that cause us to worry and to doubt. And whatever's happening in your life over this month of May, group one, the universe is just really wanting you to not give your power away to it. Whatever is happening right now, it probably won't even matter in a few months, 6 months, a year. So try to flow, try to roll with the situations. Laugh at it. What do they say? Sometimes you have to laugh to keep from crying. Do that. If you feel like you want to cry about something, like something is stressing you out so much that you just want to cry, laugh at it. Find something comical about that situation. Like, of course, my phone dies now at this point. Of course, I don't know. It can be anything. Of course, this happens at this time. Of course. Laugh at it. Laugh through it. Do things that bring laughter into your life. And that just reminded me, I forgot to pull a self-care card for you. So let me find that deck. Yeah, just really try to laugh at the situations because they won't matter. You may not even remember them a year from now. So allow it to just flow. Let's pull a self-care card for you. You're being called to really find that silver lining throughout anything that is happening in your month of May. I feel like the way that you handle whatever situations are popping up in your life, that is the outcome that you will be receiving. So if you handle it gracefully, finding the humor in it, not taking things so seriously, then you can expect more of that energy to be brought into your life. But if you're stressing about it, overthinking, high anxiety, maybe even giving in to maladaptive coping mechanisms, that energy is going to linger too. Your self-care card is pleasure, card 40. Find things that give you pleasure over this month of May. This doesn't have to just be physical, sexual pleasure. Just things that bring enjoyment into your life, to take your mind off of the things that are not going your way. What they always say, not to focus on what's going wrong, right? Focus on what's going right. And that's really what you're being called to do over this month of May. I feel like you may have some manifestations coming into your life very soon. And this month is almost like that test month, the final releasing of the old energy. It's just, or it's even like things are just being rearranged in your life so that this manifestation can come in the future. But whatever it is, all of this ish that may happen in your life in the month of May, it needs to happen. Whether that's just internally within your own emotional mental state, this could be outside of you in terms of your relationships, your career, whatever. These shakeups have to happen in order for this powerful change that I feel like you've been asking for to come in. Let's read this Law of Harmony card for you. Let's see. Law of Harmony. Page 69. Okay, I'm going to be like a little kid here. Or not a little kid, but just a really immature young adult maybe. This card is on page 69, and you got the pleasure card. Put two and two together if you like. Okay, it says, there is divine order to the universe. The extent to which you create harmony is the degree to which you will experience being in your divinity. By drawing this card, your higher self desires to end emotional turbulation. Any discord between you and another in your life may be coming to a close. When you commit to inner peace, you will have peaceful relationships. This message could also mean a benevolent relationship with food, your body, or with your physicality. The universe is guiding you towards a harmonious life. I feel like this month for you is really coming to help you get more disciplined, to do away with habits, behaviors, ways of being that were not supporting your best and highest good, that were not going to be able to hold up when this manifestation comes in. That is what this chaos is all about. This is things being released from your life. This could be what this talked about, your relationship with food or your body or your physicality. Once again, this could be very just mental, emotional for many of you. Maybe overeating, not eating the right foods, giving in to those temptations, right? Giving in to the alcohol, the drugs, the things that give you that instant gratification. This could have to do with the way that you see your body, the way maybe you don't feel very comfortable in your own skin. All of these things are coming up from that heart space, like this apophyllite card was telling me, so that you can heal it, so that you can bring things back into harmony. And the reason that it has to happen now is so that you can build the solid foundations that you need for the manifestations that you have on your heart to come in. They will not be sustainable with any lingering bad habits, low vibe energies that you may be carrying at this time. Let's get some cards out for your love and relationships. You're being called this month of May to be that calm within the storm. To know that even if things are not going exactly how you like, that they are being aligned for your good. That the universe has your back. Your affirmation card that you received is solidarity. I respect the power of solidarity and look for opportunities to unleash it. When a loved one has something tough, I'll heed their often silent but sometimes loud and whiny call and participate in the toughness with them. Everything is easier when a partner, cohort, sidekick joins you. The only thing that's not easier is feeling resentment, which I suppose is the overall point. Let's get a tarot card to go along with that. So in terms of your love and relationships, so this can be romantic, this could be friendship with family, even a coworker. Any type of relationship applies here. But this month of May, you're being called. I feel like some of the chaos going on around you, first off, it may not even be your own chaos. It could be other people's chaos that they are asking you to help with, that they're needing your help on. Your tarot card out is the Five of Voices. There could be some harsh words said. Like there could be, I'm getting this vibe of, someone who's actually going through a really difficult time. This could be you, this could be someone else. And instead of asking for the help that they need, using their words, right? They are how do I want to put this? They're not using their words to ask for what they need, but like their actions. You know, they might be crankier than normal. They might be quicker to like say something rude to you than they normally would. Sometimes loud and whiny call, right? It's like they're acting out almost like a child. This could be your child. You could have children of your own. You could have nieces or nephews around you, grandchildren. You could be some sort of teacher. This person, I feel, they're going to be acting out of character. And it might be because they don't even realize that they need help. They don't know how to ask for help. And over this month of May, you're being called to give them grace. You're being called to give yourself grace. To not take things personally. To laugh it off, shrug it off. Because it's not about you personally. It's about what they are going through. You know, they might be quick to like say something really harshly to you, and you want to be quick to respond, and you just may respond in a harsh manner. But you or both of you may take a pause, meditate, get quiet, and to really hear what's going on. Whatever it is though. If you're getting in an energy of anxiety, of just feeling overwhelmed, reach out and ask for help. Don't snap at people. And vice versa, if someone in your life is snapping at you, someone is just acting completely out of character, know that that is them asking for help. Notice the little things. Notice if someone is quieter than normal, if someone is just not their usual self, if someone is acting out of character. Be that ray of light, be that ray of sunshine. Find it for yourself if there's chaos and turbulence going on around you, but also offer it to others, because I feel like someone in your life will need that help. That won't be for all of you, but for many of you. Next, I'm pulling some cards to get some insight into your health, your spiritual development and growth, your emotional development and growth. Let's do one card. 2 came out last time. There we go. Your affirmation card says, today I am persistent. Today nothing will stop me from accomplishing my goals. Nothing will stand in the way of my happiness. Once again, that humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. Use that humor to get you through. Stay focused on your health. Stay focused on your self-care, on your pleasure, of the things that make you feel good, no matter what is going on around you. Especially if there's chaos and discordance going on around you. Keep looking to the brighter side. Keep looking for things that will make you feel good. Not maladaptive things, right? But things that will make you feel good and not derail your progress along the way. Let's get a tarot card out to go with this. You're also being called to stay persistent, I feel like, within your own healing. You receive the Ace of Voices with this card. This month, when I spoke about the tests, this is the test. This month is coming to offer you an opportunity to handle things differently, to use your mind differently, to use your voice differently, to speak up for yourself, to dig deep into that heart space and really ask yourself what you need in this moment. I feel like this month for you is really all about self-care. Balancing your emotions, making time to meditate, ground yourself, get quiet, taking a break out if you need a break out, setting those boundaries, pushing yourself to keep moving forward, even if all you want to do is sit down and cry. Notice those little things within your own energy. Notice the way your body feels, I just heard. Like if your neck is starting to get tighter, your shoulders are starting to feel tight and achy, or you're getting headaches, pay attention to that. That's a sign that something is stressing you out. Something is causing you anxiety, even if you're not fully aware of what that is. That's a sign to take a pause and to reset yourself. If your back is hurting, that's a sign that you're carrying way too many burdens. Take a moment to get still and look in your heart and see where that is coming from. This month for you is really about starting that new beginning of where you are in complete control. I feel like you've been on a journey up to this point of really learning how to take better care of yourself, learning how to be more authentic to yourself, learning how to give grace and offer that unconditional love to others and to yourself. And it's kind of coming to a head over this month of May of you receiving the opportunities, I'm getting the chills as I say it, to put all of that practice, all of those lessons into use. Because if you make it through this month as peacefully, as gracefully, as sanely as possible, that really sets those, it creates the stability, it sets the foundation going forward. And that foundation is going to bring in so much change. It's like a whole new world is going to open up to you. That's beautiful. All right, let's pull out 2 tarot cards for your career and finances for the month of May. All right, your first card is 3 of Materials. You might receive some sort of opportunities to work with others this month. You're really being called to really focus on that teamwork, back to that solidarity, coming out again. Show up for others the way that you want them to show up for you. But also show up for yourself. And then you also received the Devil. I just heard the devil is in the details. Notice those little things. You might be working on some sort of project at month or some sort of project that month. Oh my gosh. Working on some sort of project this month, or just going about your regular day-to-day if you don't have projects that you work on. But it's going to be very important to focus on those little details. Maybe focus on the details of the customers who are coming into your building, the clients that you are working with, the details of that project that you are focusing on, whatever it is. I also just heard the proof is in the pudding. I don't know why all these phrases are coming to mind. Maybe you're someone who speaks in like phrases to yourself or says things like this in your waking moments. I don't know, but it's coming to mind. The devil is in the details. Really pay attention to what you're doing. Make sure that you are dotting your I's and crossing your T's. It's going to be very important. And this finesse that you are adding to your work is what is going to make or break you. Expect powerful change. Expect powerful change. Okay. I split the deck and you received the Muse of Materials. That's the King of Pentacles. Be that King of Pentacles. Be so solid in your work. Be so steady and stable. Don't let Any distractions going on around you, any chaos, don't let that distract you, because I feel like you're about to step into this energy of the King of Pentacles. You could have your own business. You could be, I don't know what you're doing. It's going to be different for all of you, but whatever it is, it's about to take you to a whole new level. You could be working towards a promotion. What you do this month could put your hat in the ring, so to speak, for a promotion. What you do this month could lead to some sort of inspiration that you end up following down the line. I don't know. It's going to be different for all of you, so apply it to your life as it fits. I'm going to get some tea leaf fortune cards out for you for some more insight about your month ahead. For those of you who are not happy, okay, I'm gonna take them. But for those of you who are not fully happy with the work that you're doing right now, a creative project you're working on, something, Spirit is also wanting you to know that they have your back, that they are supporting you through it. They will help you to figure out the answers that you need. All right, your first card is Moon, changes in your life. Expect powerful change. It's coming in soon. Mice, discord among friends or family. 100%. We already saw that. Dolphin, financial gain, usually coming from something you did in the past. Financial gain is coming in for you this month. That could be like, first off, dolphins may also be a totem for you this month, and owls, as well as mice. But this could be like your tax refund coming through. Wind chimes, peace and harmony. You create that peace and harmony. Once again, harmony showing up. You create that within your own world, no matter what is going on around you. And that is going to lead, that's going to make the space for whatever this manifestation is that you've been trying to bring into your life. That's what's going to make the space for it to come in. Next, you have Claw. Be careful. Do not take risks. Pay attention to what you're doing. Bouquet. Compliments from an admirer. This could be a good job from your boss at work. This could be those of you who are looking for love. You might receive a message. You might have someone bring you some flowers. Rooster. An arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. That could also be this devil energy that you come into contact with in terms of work. Once again, pay attention to those details. Some fights are not worth fighting, right? Don't cross this boastful, arrogant person. Laugh it off and go about your business. Next, you have Harp, great happiness. You will experience great happiness in the month of May. Lily, spiritual love. You're going to feel the universe's love. Pig, beware of greed. I feel like that goes with that devil energy again. I feel like you're also being called, some of you, to make sure that you are staying true to you. There could be some sort of opportunity where you could try to take credit for someone else's work, where some of you might have the opportunity to take something that's not yours. Don't do it. Stay true to you. Don't put any negative karma on yourself. Keep the vibe high. But also be aware of other people's greed. If there's people around you who are acting really greedy, like they might want to take credit for your work, like they might want to take something of yours, pay attention to those little details. And then you have Lion, time to act. And then we're going to close off with some final messages from Spirit, some flower petal oracle cards. You have Gladioli, set boundaries well to ensure good growth. Back to that Ace of Pentacles. Create boundaries. Take that pause when you need a pause. Tell people to get out of your space when you need, time to yourself. Whatever it is, set good boundaries. And then you also have Aster. The past is over. Let your true self step forward. You don't have to worry about reacting the way that you would have in the past. You don't have to worry about old things from the past coming back to haunt you. Whatever it is, the past is done and over with. You are about to step into a new beginning of powerful change where you are in complete control of yourself, in control of the situations around you, not allowing it to bring you down, in control of any maladaptive behaviors, addictions. You're moving on up, Group 1. I love it for you. You deserve it. You've put in a lot of hard work. I love it. All right, Group 1, if this resonated with you, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you would like to help support the channel even more, there is a donation link as well as an Amazon wish list listed in the description box below. I would like to thank your guides, my guides, and the divine for bringing in these wonderful messages for us today. If you would like to schedule some coaching sessions to help you work through any anxiety, discomfort that you may be experiencing right now, please reach out to me at my website. Thank you for being here, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Goodbye. Hello, Group 2. If you chose this hematite crystal, this will be your messages for the month of May. So before we get into the meaning on the back of the card, right away, what I'm feeling, this just looks like a solid ass stone, in my opinion. So I'm feeling like this month is really calling for you to stay grounded, for you to just be solid in some way, whether this is in your convictions, whether this is not letting anything to knock you off your game, throw you off your game, distract you perhaps. Remain solid. All right, the card says, who needs it? Anyone stagnating or spun out on something like a new crush or a lifelong existential dilemma. When to use it? When you feel stuck, when it's that moon time of the month, when you want to pull energy from the earth below and use it to make big things happen. Align to your wholeness. All right, interesting. Anyone stagnating or spun out on something. Getting a vibe of anxiety, anxious thinking, worrying, overanalyzing. Similar energy to Group 1. So that might just be a theme that's happening for this month of May. You're being called to really find your center, to ground yourself over this month of May, to not allow yourself to be so strung out on something. This could be your own thoughts. This could be substances even. There could be something in your energy over this month of May where it's like you're just questioning it. Does this person really like me? You might be in a new relationship and you're just always thinking about that person, losing focus on yourself, wondering about a business, a creative endeavor that you're undertaking and wondering if it's going to work, if you're going to start to see the success that you want to see. Could be about work. Just thinking about a project that's going on at work, or about something that someone said or did. I feel like this month is really calling for you to rein in that mental energy, to calm down that mental chatter, and to just really focus on one step at a time. I just actually saw Frozen 2, Anna, in my head, where she's singing the next right thing. Just focus on the next right thing. What can you do? What do you need to do next? What can you do? What is the best move now? Other than focusing on things that you cannot control. All right, I've pulled some oracle cards. I realized in group 1 that I forgot to pull your self-care card for the month, so I will pull that, and then we'll get some insight into your love and relationships, your health, emotional and spiritual growth and development, career and finances, and then finish off with some last-minute messages from the universe. So your first card here is Buffalo. Be thankful for all you have. Next, you have the law of relativity. You are divinely perfect. Live your truth. And that wanted to show itself in reverse. Then we have friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Next, we have a fiery climax approaches. Full moon in Aries. And then let's get that self-care card for you. Already, I'm seeing that there could be some anxiety, some worry about things that you want that you don't quite feel that you have. This could be constantly thinking about when you're going to meet that person. If this person that you just went out on a date with is going to be that forever person. Your self-care card is Hydrate, card 27. Could be just a lot of lack thinking going on. Focusing on, things are probably taking a long ass time, right? Like, you're just over it already. You just want to get to that finish line, and I completely understand. But this month I feel like there's more patience involved. There's more waiting involved. And this month is about you making space for those things that you want to come in. If you're over focused on it, it's going to create resistance. And Spirit is trying to give you a heads up to tell you, don't create that resistance. Go about your day. Keep doing what you can. Keep doing that next right thing. Things will come to you in divine order and divine timing. And I know that's easier said than done. Believe me, hand to God, I know. But really just try to focus on continuing to move forward, because that is what's going to create the progress, create the momentum, the energy that is required for the things that you want to come into your life. I feel like part of the anxiety that may be going on in your head is that you're questioning if you're good enough for something, if you've done all that you can, if you're pretty enough, if you've been smart enough, if you did enough to try to earn that promotion at work, if the content that you're putting out, like if you're doing a great enough job. I'm getting some comparison going on, just judgmental energy, judging yourself very harshly, being hard on yourself perhaps. And this reading is really like a heads up to say, hey, we all have those moments. But you, first off, are someone I feel like who's been really doing a lot of work and controlling these energies. And you know what to do. So do it. Kick those low vibe thoughts to the curb. Don't beat yourself up. You are divinely perfect. Live your truth. Do things the way that you want to do them. Don't compare yourself to others. You are not everyone. You are unique. You are meant to be who you are. Don't doubt that. Don't question it. What you're looking for is about to happen. You're about to get to that finish line. But this month is a month of continuing to be patient and to work towards it. Everything will come to you in divine order. Make sure that you are taking care of yourself, drinking enough water, maybe going out for walks near large bodies of water if you can do that. I know for me especially, when I'm worried about something, getting anxious about something, it's like self-care goes completely out the window. I forget to exercise, I forget to drink enough water, which usually I'm trying to drink a gallon a day. And then it's like, it just goes out the window because I'm so overly focused on this thing that I want. So this is really a heads up for you to take care of yourself. We have this 27 reducing to a 9. It's like you're in those final stages of whatever this is that you're wanting, that you're working towards. It's almost there. Just a little bit more. Don't create resistance that's going to make it take longer to come into your life. Keep those channels open. Also, drinking water, being hydrated is it's one of the best ways to keep your channels open with the universe, with spirit, so that you can receive that intuitive information. You taking care of yourself is the best way to keep you in high vibe energy so that you don't get overly focused on what's missing, so that you can stay in an attitude of gratitude. Being thankful for everything that you have in this moment, for everything that you've accomplished up until this point. For some of you, there could be a friend who comes into your, who you may spend some time with over this month of May, who will just help you to feel better. There is definitely someone in your life, though, who I feel like is going to bring you some valuable information. It could be them just rooting for you, being their cheerleader, helping you to feel better. It could be them saying something that spirit told them to tell you. But you might miss what the message is if you're too caught up in this energy of anxiety, of worry. Something very important is going to happen with the friendship in your life this month. Let's read this card for you, the Law of Relativity. If I can find the page. Relativity. Page 11. That's on page 11. That lets me know that a new start is coming in for you. That is what that fiery climax is. It says, any situation where you are experiencing suffering is a blessing in disguise. It is your soul's way of communicating that you are not living the absolute truth of who you are. Also, it is a divine experience for you to realize what works for you, what does not work for you, and to live in alignment with your relative truth. This test is the great design of the personal factor of life. It is time for you to follow your heart and arrange life in a way that informs universal law into motion. It is time for you to wake up and claim your life of presence, passion, and purpose. Emancipation from suffering is your birthright. Like I say in my intro, it is our birthright to live abundant, loving, happy existences. There will be things around you that will be making you feel not happy. You're being called to pay attention to those things. Those are your messages from the universe. Anything unaligned must go. You do not have to change who you are, change yourself in any way to make other things fit into your life. All right, I just shuffled some cards To get insight into your love and relationships, the first card that you receive, the affirmation, is listening. I activate my receptive side and become an engaged, intuitive, professional-grade listener. Supercharged listening gives me the ability to not only hear the words others are saying, but also to perceive the emotions hiding between their words. Armed with this knowledge, I'll be in a great position to give them exactly what they need, or if I prefer, to dominate the planet. Exactly. Goes back to that friendship. I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. Listen to the people around you this month. Listen to, and love and relationships, right? This is any relationship. This could be romantic, friendship, family, the relationship with your coworkers even. Listen. But also, I feel like the relationship to yourself, the intuition. I was just drawn to speak about being hydrated in water and that keeping an open channel to the divine for those intuitive messages. Listen, there will be so many messages coming to you over this month of May. I feel like these messages are going to be letting you know what's working, what's not working. Especially if you're feeling stressed out to the point where you are almost obsessively thinking about something, it might be a sign that that thing is not meant for you. It's not going to be for all of you. Take it as it resonates. Oops, jeez. The cards just keep popping out. I feel like there's so much energy going on. Feeling like it's more mental. Like I'm really being drawn to this person with their hands kind of up, covering their face. All right. The tarot card that you received is the Knight of Materials within that love and relationships. Slow and steady wins the race, is what I'm feeling. The Knight of Materials is one of the slowest moving knights. There could be a relationship within your life, a connection within your life where it just seems to be kind of taking its sweet old time. You may feel like you're not on the same page, like the communication is off or something, or like it's just not moving as quickly along as you would like, especially if this is a new romantic interest or a new friendship that you're really into. Allow it to take its time. Instead of focusing on where that relationship is not quite at yet, I hope I said that right. Focus on just being thankful that this person is in your life. Focus on being grateful that you get the opportunity to get to know this person, to form deeper, more solid connections, that you're not rushing into things and that you are building something that will last. That is what this Knight of Pentacles is also about too. Building something that will last. And you do that by being a good listener, by showing up for that person and by allowing that person to show up for you. Let's get some cards out for your health, your emotional and spiritual growth and development. It says, today I am happy. Today happiness and love will fill my heart and soul all day. Once again, focusing on the positive, focusing on what you can do to control the energy around the situation within your life. If you're looking at things negatively, saying what you don't have, what you're missing out on, then that's the energy that you're going to feel for yourself. But if you're looking at it positively, looking at all the things that you have to be happy for, be grateful for, look forward to, that is the energy that you will live in as well. You create your own sunshine. This month really is very similar to Group 1. Watch it if you're called to. But it's very much about controlling your mind. So surprised we haven't gotten any sixes on the board. But sixes for me are about controlling your mind. It's about living in unconditional love, allowing the universe to pour unconditional love into you, trusting that any situation that is happening in your life, it is for your best and highest good, because the universe loves you and wants the best for you. But also controlling your mind, because you love yourself enough to not stress your body, to not stress yourself out. Don't give your power away to anything. You received the 10 of voices and the 6 of voices. After I just said, I'm surprised we don't have any sixes. And after also I just said, this month is about you controlling your mind, not allowing that mind to control you. That is what this 10 of voices and 6 of voices is all about. Putting an end to the overthinking, the anxiety, the worry, the stress, the lack mentality, and moving into a calmer mental state. You choosing to find peace mentally, emotionally. Let's get some tarot cards out for your career and finances for the month of May. Your first card out is the 2 of emotions. You may be called to partner with someone, to work with someone. You might be, let's say if you own a business or you're thinking about starting a business, this could be you coming into unison, either one, with a business partner. This could be a friend helping you out within your career and finances some way. Too many. One more card, please. I keep hearing the wait is almost over. Group 2. So whatever you've been waiting on, whatever you've been thinking a lot about, know that it's almost here. Just a little bit longer of controlling your thoughts, controlling the way that you are handling things within your life. You're being called to find some balance within your emotional state when it comes to your career and finances. Once again, controlling your thoughts, controlling your mind. Your last card, 2 of inspiration, 2 2s. Wow. You could be coming to realize, for some of you, that something has not been working in terms of your career and finances. This could be the job that you have. This could be the way that you're spending your money, saving your money. And this realization is going to set you onto a new path of doing things differently. Either that's choosing to go, deciding to do something differently in how you put your work out there. This goes back to that comparison energy that I was feeling. You choosing to not spend your money on certain things and put it away into savings for your future. It's going to be different for all of you, so apply it to your situation as it fits. There's been something, though, 3 of voices underneath the deck, that has been bringing you some pain, some discomfort, making you feel that lack when it comes to your career and your finances. And this month is really about alerting you to the things that are no longer serving you, that are not in your best interest. And it's bringing them to your awareness so that you can make the necessary changes and to set off on a new path, to follow new passions, perhaps, new creative ideas, to apply for that job, go back to school, whatever it is that you decide. It's like you're making some sort of decision over this month. This could be you having some sort of epiphany moment because you are so well hydrated and in tune with the universe that they send you some sort of message, a creative idea perhaps. For some of you who have been comparing yourself to others, you 100% will be receiving some sort of download from Spirit that gives you a new idea, a new perspective, a new way of looking at things. And that is going to help you to not feel so stuck, to not feel like you have no control. With 2 twos coming out, I feel like you're definitely mastering something when it comes to your career and finances. And it's going to be different for all of you, so apply it to your life as it fits. But this is mastering, getting more disciplined when it comes to your spending habits. This is mastering, getting more disciplined when it comes to the way you do your work, the way you think about your work even. Get one more shuffle here. And that's it. Okay, let's get your Tilly Fortune cards. This says Mountain, major challenge to overcome. You're overcoming, I feel like, the mental, emotional challenges. Desk, pay attention to your work. Arrow, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life. You're on the right path. Stop doubting yourself. Stop comparing yourself. Grasshopper, situations in the balance that require careful handling. Back to that balance with those 2s. Wind chimes, peace and harmony. You will find peace and harmony. Lion, time to act. Dark woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Turkey, someone is behaving stupidly. Pay attention. Don't let it affect your life. Don't let it rock your boat. Scissors, disappointment in some affair. And then you also have fan, romance, celebration, party. And then we're going to end with some flower petal fortune cards for you. Your first one out is Carnation. Keep going, keep growing, be unstoppable. Don't let any drama in your life derail you. Stay grounded, stay focused on your work, the work that you're doing on yourself, the work that you're putting into your relationships, putting in at your job. Whatever any setbacks that are happening, they are temporary. Don't let it take up all of your energy. Don't let it take your focus off what really matters. Then you also have Peony. Prosperity can be assured if you care well for tomorrow. 100%. Don't get so caught up in the little things that are happening around you that you forget to take care of what's important for tomorrow, like your self-care, staying hydrated, getting enough rest, eating right, continuing to work on that project that you hope one day will bring you the abundance that you seek. And then bottom of the deck is Lysianthus. Gratitude and grace always look lovely on you. Be thankful for all you have. Stay in an attitude of gratitude this month, group 2. All right, if this resonated with you, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you would like to help support the channel even more, there is a donation link as well as an Amazon wish list listed in the description box below. I'd like to thank your guides, my guides, and the divine for bringing in these wonderful messages for us today. If you would like to schedule some coaching sessions to help you to stay grounded, to get out of your head, to keep putting one step in front of the other, please reach out to me at my website. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Goodbye. Hello, Group 3. If you chose this fluorite crystal card, these will be your messages about the month ahead. The month of May is what we are looking into right now. Right away, just since we have this green fluorite, you know, fluorite can come in many different colors, and this card goes with green. So I'm feeling like there's some heart energy coming into play for you this month. Excuse me, take a drink. I just heard revelations. There could be some revelations that come to the forefront for you. And when I think about fluorite, I think about, I hope this is the right crystal. For some reason, it always makes me think of the digestion. If I'm right in my thinking, I think fluorite is supposed to help with like any tummy issues. So I'm sort of getting this vibe of pay attention to your tummy over this month of May. Make sure that you are not eating things that will upset your tummy. Pay attention to if you're having digestive issues that could be related to stress. I feel like part of the energy that's been coming out for all of the groups is to really take care of yourself. And that message is definitely here for you as well, Group 3. Just take care of yourself. Focus on your health this month. Focus on what your body is trying to tell you. And I might even just make a video for what your body is trying to tell you, just to help us all out over this month of May. But let's see what this crystal card has to say to you. And I just looked up the clock, and it is 2:22. You might be receiving repeating twos over this month, but I've never received this message with 2:22 before, but I just got the trifecta, mind, body, soul. Make sure they're all in balance over this month of May. Who needs it? The perpetually distracted, anyone with a vision worth sticking to. When to use it. When you want to take an uninterrupted 20 minutes to meditate, an hour to finish a book, or a lifetime to concentrate on your unique calling here on earth. Sharpen your focus. Maybe that's why tummy issues were sort of coming into this. Just feeling a bit stressed out maybe about all the things that you want to do. This month, you're being called to really try to stay focused, to not allow distractions in. And that is also what the previous two piles had a lot to do with, was outside distractions and controlling your thoughts, controlling your mind enough to stay centered. Stay centered on yourself and your manifestations. There will be lots of distractions. There's always lots of distractions in life, right? That is partly what the Matrix is all about, distracting us from our purpose, from what we're meant to be doing. Don't let don't allow things to derail you this month. I feel like many of us, especially if you're drawn into my energy, if you're watching this video, we are on the cusp of greatness. We are on the cusp of manifestations becoming reality. And the energy for this month of May, and I even saw 3 months in my mind's eye. So over this next few months even, it's going to be very imperative that we keep our eye on the prize. Your first or your next card out says Lion. Ask for what you want. Next, you have the Law of Forgiveness. Release all judgments and set yourself free. Then you received 2 chakra cards. Let's do this first. Your Moonology card says, don't let your past hold you back, South Node. Your first chakra card is Surrender. I can release my need to control with the third eye chakra. Actually, that's the crown chakra. And then you also have Happiness with the heart chakra. I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. These energies are so similar across all the piles. Group 3. I'm getting this energy of like there's so many shiny objects out there, right? It's like you don't even know which one to go for. There are so many things that you want to do, so many things that you want to experience and accomplish, that it's almost like you don't know where to start. And you may be starting many different projects, and you might start a project and then abandon it for another project, and it's like you don't have enough energy for all of it. The universe is really trying to help you to sharpen that focus, to really put your energy and efforts into that first thing, one thing, so that you can bring that manifestation into yourself quicker. I feel like the universe is a bit confused right now about what to bring your way. I'm seeing almost like a pinball machine, or what's that old school machine? The old school game where it had like the 2 blocks on the side and then the ball that you had to, I don't know what it's called, but I'm seeing that like the universe can't keep up with you. And it's great that you have so many ideas, that there's so much that you want to make happen. But you just have to get more disciplined, more focused, and work on one thing at a time. That's the message, one thing at a time. I feel like you may have a tendency to judge yourself. You may feel like you should be further ahead in life. You should feel like you may feel like you should be more accomplished by now. And you might beat yourself up a bit because you're just not there. That's okay, first off, but you're being called to be easier on yourself. I'm just gonna mess with the blinds a bit here. You're being called to be easier on yourself, right? Just because in the past you maybe made some mistakes that didn't pan out the way you wanted. Maybe in the past you self-sabotaged. Maybe in the past you did not fully commit and continue working towards something, and you quit before you actually got to see what can manifest of it. That's okay. Today is a new day, and you can make the necessary choices today to realign yourself with whatever it is that you want to make happen. But choose one thing. If you're focused on love and relationships, then focus on putting that energy into bettering yourself, getting yourself ready for that relationship that's about to come in. Maybe don't go on a different date every day. Maybe give people an opportunity and see where it leads. If you're trying to build a business or some sort of creative endeavor, maybe pick an idea and stick with it for 6 months, seeing what happens before you abandon it for something else, right? You're just really being called to just stick it out with something, to make a decision and stick it out. It's like you keep trying to micromanage the universe, almost telling the universe exactly how something is supposed to go, how something is meant to go down. And you can't keep doing that. Telling the universe that if you put in this much effort, if you do this thing, then this manifestation needs to show up at this time. It's not how it works. I wish it was, but it's not how it works. And you're being called to release the control, release the need to know when things are going to happen, and just go on that blind faith of, I'm going to put my energy, my efforts into this thing, and I'm going to see it through. Give yourself a timeline of maybe how long you're willing to put effort and energy into something, and have it, be more than a few months, probably at least half a year to a year. Interesting. But also follow your heart. Back to that heart energy that I was feeling. If you keep putting energy and effort into something and you're realizing it's just making you miserable, then maybe that's not the right thing for you. Follow your happiness. If you are putting your time and energy into something and you're not seeing the results you want, but you feel so good when you're doing it, that's a sign that you're on the right path. Don't question it. If it is bringing you joy, then it is meant for you. It's just that the results that you want to see, it's just not time for those results to happen yet. Trust in divine timing and divine order. And actually, let's read this Law of Forgiveness card. Law of Forgiveness is on page 91. 91 reduces to a 10. You are at the end of something and you are transitioning into a new beginning in some area of your life. Let go of what maybe went wrong in the past, what mistakes you maybe made, what red flags you maybe overlooked, and look forward to a brighter future. But let's read this. The Law of Forgiveness. It says, who do you need to forgive? This card indicates that it is time to mostly forgive yourself. What are you ready to let go of? Who are you no longer willing to hand your power over to? Are you ready to be set free? Forgiveness is the key to self-love and liberation. You deserve it. This month is about you liberating yourself from things that have been holding you back, that have been preventing you from reaching your full happiness. Ask and ye shall receive. You're putting the effort, the energy towards what you want is you asking the universe to bring that thing to you. All right, so put the effort into that. Let go of, forgive yourself. Like I said, that's the main vibe I was feeling. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know then, and choose to do better today. All right, I received or shuffled a card for your love and relationships. This can be any sort of relationship, romantic, with family, friends, even co-workers, even the relationship to yourself. Apply it to your life as it fits. But you have open-heartedness. I know that life and the people living it can be an absolute bummer sometimes, but I promise not to let unhappy chapters make me jaded. If I let negative experiences turn me sour, then the jerks win, so I'll move on with an open and hopeful heart, if only because I hate losing to jerks. Absolutely. Back to that happiness again. Have an open heart. knowing that life is not perfect, that sometimes life will give you lemons, but you can choose to turn those lemons into lemonade. If you let the bad experiences get you down, if you let the jerks win, then that's like a sign to the universe to send more of that your way. Don't. Choose to be happy. Right? Choose to be happy. Choose to create your own happiness, and the universe will bring more happiness into your life. The tarot card that you received is Awakening, card 20. This is the Justice card. This is you bringing justice into your own life. You putting things into balance. Not allowing negative people or experiences to dictate how you're going to feel within your own life, within your own skin. You might have some jerks around you over this month of May. You could just be remembering the jerks from your past. The people who told you wouldn't amount to anything. The people who told you that you weren't good enough. The people who maybe dumped you. Right? Leave them where they belong, in the past. And choose to rise up. Choosing to see the beauty in yourself. Choosing to have the courage to ask for what you deserve and what you want, which is your happiness. Let's pull some cards out for your, I just did way too many there. For your health, in terms of your emotional and spiritual growth and development. It says, today I am ready to receive love. Today I am open to being loved by another healthy person. Pink energy here going on for you. More of that heart space. You've probably been through some things in terms of relationships in the past, some hard things, some things that made you feel less than, some things that made you question yourself, doubt yourself. And this month is about you releasing that once and for all, so that you can step forward into your bright future, so that you can step forward towards your happiness. Releasing the people who did not have the capacity to love you because they probably didn't even love themselves. And allowing yourself to love you, to focus on the love that you have for yourself. Because once you're able to focus on that love that you have for yourself, being comfortable in your own skin, knowing your worth, that is when you will be able to attract any relationships of the same caliber in the future, whether that's romantic or friends, those people that you will call your soul tribe. Strength, lion energy all over this. Leo energy. This month is a month of you stepping into your power. About you sharpening your focus, releasing that past that has been holding you back for way too long, and walking towards your happiness. Lions may be a big totem for you this month. These lions, like they got their eyes on the prize. Like they are headed somewhere. They are not looking around them. They are just focused. That is what you're being called to do. Be that lion, that lioness, whatever, of your own life. Let's get some cards out for your career and finances, if I didn't already say that. Your first card out is Six of Inspiration. That's victory. That's success in something. That's recognition. Six is that number of unconditional love. I'm feeling like by the end of the month, if you do a good enough job of letting things go, focusing on what's important. Ooh, and you receive the 6 of voices. Wow, 2 6s. You're going to see validation that you are on the right path. Whether this is that you are on the right path with that business or creative idea that you have, whether this is you're on the right path with the job that you chose to go into, the field that you chose to go into, the education that you might be receiving. You're going to see how you sticking to something, staying focused on that thing, is the right decision for you, is the right call. I'm feeling like some peace and calmness coming to you in terms of your career and finances. So some of you, wow, look at this. Underneath the deck, you have the Chariot. So much success coming in terms of your career and finances. If you have a business or a creative endeavor that you have been working towards, then know that you're going to see proof that it's headed in the right direction. If this is within a job, that 9 to 5, you're going to see proof that people are noticing all the hard work and effort that you put in. It's going to help to bring some calmness and peace to your mind, helping you to not question yourself, not doubt yourself. I realized I forgot to pull a self-care card for you, so I'm going to do that now. Oops. Oh, there we go. You have Beauty Ritual, card 5. Once again, as I was talking about in the beginning, self-care is the name of the game this month. Focusing on yourself, taking care of yourself, doing what you can to keep your mental space calm and clear, focusing on your happiness. Those things are going to pay off for you over this month of May. Excuse me, getting all congested here. I feel like some of you have had some pretty harsh things happen in your past in terms of relationships, in terms of setbacks in your life. And those setbacks, it's like you've maybe been focusing on them way too much, or they could come in waves where at times you feel like you're healed, you're over it, and then other times it's like it's all you can think about. This month is about, damn, where was I going with that, Spirit? Gosh. Oh, they may be at times all that you can think about. And those things, those energies, those thoughts, those memories, they take you away from yourself. You've been giving your power away to it. And this month is about you reclaiming your power with this lion energy. Reclaiming your rightful place on the throne, which is being the hero of your own life. Doing what you can to take care of yourself, to love yourself. Like these past situations did not love you, did not take care of you, did not nurture you. You're being called to nurture yourself over this month, to pour back into your own cup. Other people may have drained that cup, but you have the power to pour back into it and to rise up. Going to get some tea leaf fortune cards for you for the month of May, and then finish off with some final words of encouragement from the universe. And there we go. All right, your tea leaf fortune. Your first card is Flute, disappointment in a friend or lover. I feel like this is past energy. Months of the year, you have November. Whatever you're putting time into now, I feel like you're going to see great progress by the month of November, whether this is your emotional, mental well-being, whether this is in terms of your career and finances, within relationships. You're going to see it. What are we? We're in, this is for May, filming, January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Is that 6 months from May? May, June, July, August, September, October, November. That's 7 months. So like I said before, put a solid 6 months into something and you will see progress. You will see that you are on the right path. Okay, you have sunrise, new creative ideas, new ventures, a fresh start. You could have been drawn to group 2. If you were, I suggest you watch it. But you're receiving a fresh start. You're releasing some things that you've been holding on to that have been weighing you down, and you're starting anew. Next, you have dog far away. A distant friend is thinking of you. Then you have haystack, karma. You will reap what you have sown. Bull, plenty of material things. And bell, announcement. Some sort of announcement is coming your way. This could be you making an announcement. This could be someone in your life making an announcement. You receiving that recognition, that raise, that promotion at work. It's going to be different for all of you, so apply it to your life as it fits. Let's finish off with your last messages. You have Daphne, what pleases us most shapes us. Follow that happiness. Absolutely. And then Violet, the answers and truths are always within. If you're unhappy in something, look within. Don't let your past hold you back. If your body is trying to tell you something with those digestive issues or pain or whatever going on in your body, pay attention to it. It's trying to let you know those answers that you're looking for. Group 3. If this resonated with you, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. If you would like to help support the channel even more, there is a donation link as well as an Amazon wish list listed in the description box below. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me, and I would like to thank your guides, my guides, and the divine for bringing in these wonderful messages for us today. If you would like some help in moving past your past and setting a steady course towards your future, please reach out to me at my website to schedule some coaching sessions. Thank you again for being here, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Goodbye.